Let's take a look at Thales' view, or Thales' cosmology, how he got philosophy started. Now, Thales had a unique explanation for what's going on in his time. That is, it wasn't a supernatural explanation, but it was matter. There was a material cause. There was matter that started the cosmos. It was matter, not the whim of the gods. And Thales' theory, not a very elaborate one, but based on his observation, was that water is the cause of everything. Carl Sagan was talking about he may have observed water in the delta. Maybe it was the delta of the Nile, because he was reputed to have gone to Egypt. Maybe that's where he learned some of the things he learned. But he noticed that in the delta of the river, where the river meets the other body of water, the Mediterranean Sea, that the silt, the mud, is deposited, and as a result, water produces, in this way, land, or at least appears to produce land. If you think about it, water produces food. You plant seeds. Without water, nothing happens. When the water comes down, and even when you're looking at sexual reproduction, it's this moist stuff that causes things to reproduce. But not only did he think that water was the cause of everything, but rather everything was made up of water. Kind of interesting theory. Back then, today the scientists tell us that our bodies are something like 80% water. He says everything is composed. So water is the cause of everything, and everything is composed of water. So he has a nice, simple explanation, and he has a way of testing it. He learned it by observation. And another part of his theory was that, he seems to be the water guy, the earth floats on water. Now, the question is, well, what's so great about the theory that the earth floats on water? Well, it actually gives you an explanation for earthquakes, which is something that they would have from time to time in the ancient Near East. In fact, in the modern Near East, they still have them from time to time. But if you think about it, when you see a log floating on the water and you see the waves come, you see the log bounces up and down. Now, if the earth is kind of like a log sitting on the water, as the waves come, the earth will bounce up and down, explaining earthquakes. So it's an hypothesis based on observation. So it's now observation, not appeal to supernatural beings that created things. So Thales is looking for an observable answer, an answer based on observations. It's a unique method. You might not think it's a tremendously great theory, tremendously sophisticated. It's certainly a simple theory. We have just one element, one item that's the cause of everything, and it's the thing that everything's made up of. Maybe you don't think it's right, but at least you got a way out. And I'm going to ask you, after we talk about the Milesians, to write in a discussion forum about whether you think this is better than the mythological explanations.